Okay, my name is Etebon Okon. I am representing Product Integrated Farms and Services, the maker of Product Floating Fish Feed. This is a video on how to set up a fish pond, Tarpaulin fish pond. This video is how to teach you how to set up Tarpaulin fish pond. This is a Tarpaulin, okay, a high quality Tarpaulin, black in color. And this Tarpaulin size is 10 feet by 8 feet by 4 feet high. 10 feet by 8 feet by 4 feet high. What do you do? After spreading your tarpaulin, before you spread the tarpaulin, make sure you arrange the iron, the length and breadth of the iron. You can see this is 10 feet length, this is the 8 feet length, these are the edges, these are the braids, center braids, and these are the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for the 10 feet part, make sure that the minimum you are required to put, the center brace you are required to put by the 10 feet part are 2. The minimum for 8 feet part must be 1. So after spreading your tarpaulin this way, make sure you spread them equally. Then you look for the edge. Come closer. Look for this edge. This is the edge of the brace. Look for the edge. Take an inch like this. Take at least, please come closer. Please take at least 8 inches or 1 foot, 8 inches or 1 foot. Take it, then fold it this way to make it equal. Fold it this way to make it equal. You can see it is so that when you cut it, you can cut it equally. Use a very sharp object, either knife, especially knife, very sharp. Then cut it on a semicircle. Cut it by a semicircle, like half moon. Yes. Okay, this is out now. That is done for that edge. We'll do it for the next edge. Do it for the next edge. A semicircle. Okay, that is out. We'll do it for the next edge. Remember, there are 4 edges there. 4 edges. So we'll do it for all the 4 first. You can see you fold it equal to make sure it is equal. Then you cut it like this, half moon. Can you see it? You cut it like that. Then this. Now we are done with the edges. It remains the center bracing. Center bracing is very important. This is 10 feet. This is a 10 feet part. Now, before you put two, you need to make sure that they are equal. You need to make sure that they are equal. Before you put you are putting 2 center bracing in between 10 feet. So use your tape rule. Make sure that they are equally sighted or situated. Make sure they are very equal. So this is 10 feet. In between 1 and 10 is 5. But in between 5 and 10 is 7.5. You will not take 7.5. Dividing 10 into 4 places. Dividing 10 into 4 places, you have 10, 3, and 10, 3, 6, and 1, 3, 6, and 10. Then you shift it a bit, 3.3 or 3.4 and 6.4. That is very equal. So how do you call the center bracing? This is 3.4. How do you call the center bracing? Just hold it a bit, then cut it round. This is where you want to put the center bracing. Look at it. This very one needs to come here. So you can see the gap we are going to cut out of the tarpaulin. We are cutting this gap out of the tarpaulin. Please cut carefully and cut smoothly, carefully and smoothly. that is out. Then the sixth part, 6.3, is out. So you do that for the other part also, on this other edge. Since both of them are 10 feet, 10 feet. Looking at it, they are facing each other almost equal. So you cut it at that very spot also. One thing you must realize is that if these center bracing are not equally situated, you will see that the pressure of the water will be on one side. So make sure they are equally shared so that they can share the load equally. Now we are done with the 10 part. It remains the 8 feet part. Remember I told you the 8 feet part, the minimum part you're going to put there is only one brace, minimum of one brace. So meaning that by folding like this, already have see that this place is already equal. The center of the 8 feet is already 4. If you doubt it, let's use tape. This is 4. And look at it now to the edge. So it simply means that we are correct in using this edge. Please hold it. We're using this edge as a center. Okay, we are done for this. Let's do for that also. Make sure that it is central so that it can share the load. Water is very heavy. Water is very heavy. So that you make sure that whatever you are doing, everything is justified to make sure that everything is centralized. So that one side will not be too heavy more than the other side. Now, after you have done all this cutting, which is a bit technical, the next one is to put the irons inside. So the 10-feet iron will come first. The 10-feet iron will come like this. So come to that very edge. Remember the edge we cut first. Come to that very edge and insert it first inside. You will get to that place that you want to put central line. So put this up now. You can see it enters through this edge. It enters from this edge to this center. When it comes here, we put this bracing, center bracing, and we will continue the journey right inside. Continue the journey right inside. We go to the next place, we do the same thing there. We put the center bracing again. Hope you can see it. Can you see it now? So you come, you can see we have done for the first center base, we do for the other central base. So we just align everything inside. It goes to the other end. Bam, that is the end. That's the end of the 10-feet parts. This one is the end of 10 feet. We have done one side of the 10 feet. Let's do the second part of the 10 feet. Let's do the second part of the 10 feet. Now look at it carefully. I come back to the edge again. Tarpaulin's irons are very sharp and tough. Please make sure Tarpaulin are very sharp. Please don't make sure that you don't. Hope you see that. Can you see that we are doing the same thing again? Make sure you are being careful. You are very careful in doing it. Make sure it doesn't cut you. Don't get into don't get work injury. So you're not going to have tetanus. So we are doing this again. Okay, we have done both parts of the 10 feet. What do you do after them? You expand the tarpaulin, expand it like this, expand the other one too. Carry it up, up, look, turn this way. We just want to do the 6 feet, the 8 feet pass. Want to do the 8 feet pass. Now we have done with the 10 feet part. It remains the 8 feet part. Just rest. Okay. You look for your 8 feet iron, and you do the same thing you did there on the 10 feet part. When project does tarpaulin pond, we consider the weight of water because water is very heavy, so we make sure that we put enough bracings around it to avoid collapse. Tarpaulin pond collapse is a huge disaster for fish farmers. If the tarpaulin pond collapse, it's synonymous to having your earthen pond collapsing also, or fish escaping from the earthen pond. If the tarpaulin pond collapse, it simply means that you are going to lose a lot, lose water, lose time, lose fish also in case there is fish inside. You lose fish. In case there is fish inside. Imagine it happen at night when you're not there. How are you going to rescue everything? Okay. Now we have put all the 4 length and breadth. It remains the bracing now. So you carry up gently and put the bracing one after the other. So minimum of 2 persons can set up a fish tarpaulin pond. Minimum of 2 persons can set up a fish tarpaulin pond. You put the bracing this way. Can you see it? Put the bracing this way. Put the bracing this way. So the edges. Put the edges. Okay, watch this. This is very okay. What was lying down flat on the ground is now standing up, standing erect. Okay, just adjust it this way. Carry it and adjust it this way. Now, my name again is Catfishpreneur. This is a tarpaulin pond of 8 by 10 and it's standing erect. That is a simple way of setting up a fish tarpaulin pond. Make sure you share this video for other family and friends who want to start up a fish pond. Again, this video is brought to you by Project Integrated Services, your professional partner in all things fish farming and other agro-allied. Thank you very much.